Hey guys, good morning. I am up way too early today. I'm headed to the gym before school, which I am not a huge fan of doing, but at least it starts off the day right. So right now I'm just up, getting ready to go, pretty soon I'll be leaving the house, and then I'll meet you guys at the gym. I'm just gonna have some yogurt and granola and make a smoothie before I go. So as I said, this is 200 grams of yogurt, 50 grams of granola, and about a third of a banana. I think it comes out to around 350 calories for this morning, and based on this meal, we're actually already off to a pretty good start on protein, which is the thing I struggle with most of the day. I also already made a protein smoothie for right after the gym, and that's gonna make a big difference as well. Okay, you guys, so I finally made it to the gym. Today I'm gonna be doing a leg day, not super hamstring heavy because they're still kind of sore from last leg day, probably more of a focus on my glutes and quads. But I want to make this a really effective workout because I'm going away for the weekend and I'm not sure if I'll be back in the gym until Monday. So anyways, should be a good one, and I'm probably going to finish it off with a little bit of abs. I'm trying to tie a little bit of ab work into all of my lower body days right now. It used to be all my upper body days. I'm going to try out all my lower body days. This is not my best look at all. Makeup free, up too early, bags under my eye. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this workout. I'm going to try to video as much as I can. I don't know how busy it's going to be upstairs. I don't want to be like videoing someone else's workout too. But anyway, I'll check in soon. When I get up there, I am going to start with about 20 minutes of LISS cardio, which is low intensity steady state cardio. I'll probably go on the elliptical or the treadmill depending on what's available, and after I'll get right into my workout. I should have mentioned that we're going to start off with some glute activation exercises. I've gotten so used to starting every workout with these, and I find it really helps me to target my glutes throughout. So the first thing I want you guys to do is 15 hydrants per side. These look super easy, but honestly by the end, I always have a burn going, and that is what I love with these. If you find 15 isn't enough, go for 20 or 25. Whatever makes that burn, just start in your glutes. When I do glute activation, it's always a superset, which means that one move goes straight into the other with no rest in between. The next movement are glute kickbacks. Now for these, it's particularly important to maintain a straight back. You will notice a slight curve in mine. I find it really hard to eradicate that, but you should keep your back as flat as humanly possible. And again, for this movement, we're going to do 15 per side, but feel free to go ahead and move it up to as many as you like. When it comes to glute activation, if you do it once through and you feel the burn, that's perfect, but if you need to do the whole thing through 2 or 3 times, that's fine as well. The next movement we're going to do is going to be glute bridges. I used a 10-pound weight here, just make it a little bit more difficult, but if you don't want to use the weight, or if you want to use a heavier weight, that also works. And again, I just did 15 of these. Now with these, the positioning of your feet makes a big difference. You can bring them closer to your body and further away from your body, and you'll notice a huge difference in where it impacts you. For me, I'm looking to impact myself just where my glutes meet my hamstrings, so that's exactly the positioning I used. The next thing I did was just a little bit of cardio. I like to start with 15 or 20 minutes of cardio before each session. For these, I like to keep my heart rate pretty low, nothing too intense, so it is a LISS cardio. To start off my workout, I did some cable sumo squats. I find that doing cable sumo squats for me are actually better than regular squats just because I can get a little bit more depth with them. I'm going to show a bit of a graphic view from behind, but this is just to show you how much you should be squeezing at the top of this movement. The next movement is going to be a superset of single leg press and regular leg press. For this, you will probably have to adjust the weight. For me, I think it's a 40-pound difference between my single and regular leg press. Something to keep in mind here is whatever leg you start with the opposite leg the next time, because no matter what, your second leg is always going to be most tired by the end of the regular leg press movement. Try not to fully straighten your leg. Try to keep tension throughout. If you fully lock your knee when you go out, you can definitely risk injuring your knee. I find it helps to move over and actually put my foot in the middle of the press, but if you can press equally well from either one of the sides, that's totally fine as well, and it will allow you to skip the whole moving back and forth. This is sped up, but what you want to be doing is kind of a quick outward, slow inward movement with your legs. The next exercise I did were reverse lunges. I much prefer this to a regular lunge because I find it targets my glutes a lot more than my quads. A lot of beginners like to say that all these lunges are just quad movements, but it's a matter of training yourself to feel it in your glutes. Definitely a mind to muscle connection here will really help. I like to hold the weight on the same side of my body of the leg I'm going to be taking backwards. That way the weight has somewhere to hang, but it really doesn't matter all that much which side you hold your weight. The next movement is leg abductors. This is a prime example of why I need someone to go to the gym with me, because someone really should have told me this was the least flattering angle I could have chosen. But long story short, I love this for burning out my glutes at the end of a workout. I like to do 5 sets, and it is a superset. So it's 10 regular leg abductors and then 20 leg abductor pulses. You'll see what those look like in just one moment, but those are a faster movement and it does not come fully inward and outward. Some days I like to keep my back fully straightened on the back of the seat, and sometimes I like to actually lean forward. I find that some days one feels better and some days the other feels better. You will see a lot of people on Instagram and on YouTube though leaning forward, and they claim it targets their glutes better, so you can always try that out. And there you can see the pulses. I ended up moving rooms to do abs today just so I wasn't in the way of everyone, and I started out with leg raises. This is actually a tri-set, which means that you do 3 exercises back to back with no rest, and then a rest after all of them are complete. So the first one I did was leg raises. I did 15 of them. And for these, I like to put my arms just the slightest bit under my butt, because otherwise I find my tailbone just grinds into the yoga mat the entire time, which is really unpleasant. After leg raises, I went into Russian twist, 20 of these, just side to side, holding my legs up. There are definitely a lot of variations of this movement, but this is the one I find the most comfortable. And I find that the medicine ball is the best weight for me to use for that. The next exercise I did was single leg drops, and I did 20 of these, so it's essentially 10 per side. And how you do this is just by holding a medicine ball up in the air and dropping each leg individually. This one definitely burns more than you can tell from pictures and videos. I was actually shocked at how effective this exercise is, and it has quickly become one of my favorite core exercises. So as I said, this is 3 movements, a rest at the end, and then you repeat it twice more. So overall, 3 sets of either 15 or 20 reps. If you're interested in more ab movements that I love, you can check out my Instagram at jmurphyfit, where I've posted a couple of ab videos of all my favorite movements. So I'm going to go ahead and admit that I never ended up doing an outro for this while I was at the gym. Honestly, there was this girl in the room I was in who was just sitting there on her phone, kind of freaking me out that she just wouldn't leave. And I didn't want to just start talking to my camera. I guess I'm not totally comfortable with this whole filming in the gym thing yet, but basically what happened was I got to the gym later than I expected because I forgot my laptop at home and had to go back and get it. So I ended up doing about 3/4 what I would do for legs and about 3/4 what I do for core as well, because I just didn't have time to do the full workout, which is a bit disappointing because I wanted to get like a really big workout in before I went away. But no matter what, it was still a good one. I'm hoping all the clips are good enough that I can include them here, and I'll do a voiceover too so you know what's going on. After the gym, all I did was have a protein smoothie and then head to class, so it wasn't super interesting. While I was at the gym, I made sure to drink a lot of water. I probably had about 24 ounces, which is my goal from at the gym right now. And anyway, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If it helped you out in any way, please like and subscribe to my channel. Leave any ideas below for other videos, especially if they're gym videos. I would love to know what you guys want to see. But anyway, I'll see you in the next video.